Just checking if everything works. Please tell me how you can see and hear me. Good morning. Good morning, world. Good morning. Or good evening, Europe, however, wherever you're watching me. Okay, so YouTube can hear me, I guess. Please say you can hear me. Awesome. So Instagram can hear me and YouTube can hear me. That's perfect. Okay, so I have the camera here, I have text here and there, so I will be sometimes looking here and there. So welcome to my second stream about for the Nadja's Nail Talk Live. Yoo-hoo! I am so I'm Nadja Freund, founder of Nadja Beauty Nail Academy, and you might know me already. If you're watching me, you probably follow me somewhere. And I have I started those Nadja's Nail Talks, and they will be weekly, but they will be short. I hope they will be about like half an hour, so I don't take too much time of you, and I don't have you don't get tired of me, hopefully. And then once a month, I'm getting a big webinar where I'm actually making a lesson. So I will have lessons once a month on YouTube and once a week on Instagram and YouTube, the Nadja's Nail Talk. Okay, everybody can hear me, and oh, I have my makeup. Thank you. Oh, I don't know all these people. That's exciting. So today, and please ask me questions now and also later, and whenever you feel like you want to ask me a question, and this is a good question to talk about in the live stream. And now you said about my makeup, and I can see it. So today I was going to talk about prices after the quarantine and the nail pinching. So I hope you're all okay with that. Let's talk about nail pinching first. This is the most important topic anytime. So when you pinch the nail, what do you want to achieve with that? Well, basically you want to achieve the structure, but you can also achieve the structure using the basic form. Not the basic form, a good form. So I have a question here. Are you still available for critiquing for work that we send even after the marathons are over? Well, most likely. I'm always happy to help you with that. So if I'm taking a piece of paper, oh, just like one, it is not stable at all whatsoever, right? So when you make a nail, you're trying. How can you can't see me in? Let me get me something lower. So let me see. This is a bit. Okay, so because Instagram goes like this and the YouTube goes like that, so I have two cameras and I have to make sure that you can see me everywhere. So paper. To make the paper strong, we take either a lot of paper, so we make the nail thick, or we take a little bit of paper, just like one sheet, and pinch it. Because, as you know, the cylinder is the strongest structure, and that's why we pinch the nails. So if you have a nail like that, it's not going to break. See, I can break it on something, and it's not going to break. And that's why we're pinching the nail. So if you provide the form correctly and feed it in the stress area, and the nail is nicely and beautifully C-curved, then you don't have that problem. And that's why we're pinching. Then you don't have to pinch much or at all if the form is correct and it's not opening. So that's the key. But if you need to pinch, if the nail is still flat, and if you feel like you need to pinch it a little bit, there are several rules to do that. The first one, you have to prep the nail perfectly and apply the first layer over the full length of the nail and build the extension. Your natural nail has to be removed completely. Why so? Because if you have a little corners sticking, like a natural nail sticking out, and then you try to pinch the product over, they will naturally push out that product. So in the lamp, you may get the problem that the nail opens. Second is, especially if you're using acrylic, then it's not going to open in the lamp, but the nail gets cut through, or will cut through the product. And that's why when the nail cuts through the product, you get unstable product in the stress areas, which is very important. Does it make sense? Please tell me if it makes sense. YouTube, Instagram, everyone? Perfect. So next thing is, so you apply the first layer of the product and extension. You build it, and of course, if you bring the form perfectly nicely curved, you need to pinch the form one more time. And you can watch that in my video form application on YouTube. If you don't know where, just ask me, or find me at Nadja Beauty. Just Nadja Beauty. You know how to write my name by now, I guess. So then we pinch the form one more time underneath of the finger right here. I have no nail because I'm making classes again, online classes, live streams and everything. So my nails are always like, like this. So I get this, I pinch the form underneath of the finger, right here. I pinch it, bring it into the lamp. And then I take my tweezer, the basic tweezer, let me show you. I touch the product after a certain amount of time to learn how my product works in my lamp. The thing is that I have two different lamps, both from magnetic, and my product cures in both different lamps, even the same length, but if the same lamps, but if they are different age lamps, like one is new and one is old, they have different time. So I have to learn for every of my lamps, for every time, I just tell my clients, wait 5 seconds, take it out, and I'll check it. So time to time, I'm checking my curing time for the specific product. Then you touch it, and if you feel the string like going off, you need a couple more seconds. And that moment, when the product just gets like that, very, very thin layer again, not thick, and it should be transparent product. It shouldn't be nude or cover or whatever. Then it's just started to cure, so it's just started to harden. In that moment, you can pinch it. It's still very flexible. But if it's undercured, if you had too much product, and if you had, if it didn't cure through at the nail plate, in the moment when you pinch, it can start lifting. You might not notice it, but you get like a tiny, tiny, tiny thin, like almost like a spider web of the air, and that's where the nail will break. Absolutely. Man, my glasses are there. Does it make sense? Put a 7 in the chat to tell me that you understand what I'm talking about. Next one is that, what do I have here? Okay. Next one is the pinching, the first layer, second layer. So we pinch the nail there. We just pinch the product straight. So basically, I don't even pinch the natural nail. And that's the key. If it hurts to the client, it's made wrong. Where can I see my makeup now? Somebody said something about my makeup, and now I'm confused. Okay, perfect, ladies. So, but sometimes you have like very, very wide nails, and you can see if you touch, I don't know if you can see that, if you pinch it just tiny, tiny little bit here, how much it might change the look of your nail. I don't know if that camera focuses that, the upper camera. So you just tiny, tiny little bit, and it's not going to bug the client, so it's not getting anywhere. How to check if the product is pinched, if you pinch correct? Take a natural nail, take the tweezer, hold at 45 degrees angle. So this goes straight, and this goes 45 degrees. 45 is like this, right? And pinch it. Once you do it just a little bit, it's still comfortable, with a little bit of pressure, but it's fine. And then change the angle and pinch again, the same power. And you will notice how it pinches like the whole arm. That hurts. We don't do that. We are just pinching a little bit like this. Now I've got my hair in my head. Okay. So, it does focus very well. Oh, my mama is watching. Say hi to my mom, everyone. In YouTube, she's watching. Hi, mom. Now you can see me. Now I'm confused. Oh, gosh. Okay, so 45 degrees angle and pinching. So we just hold it a little bit, let the product dry, cool down, and then you put it back into the lamp. If it's acrylic, you wait a little, it's a different story. But if it's acrylic, you also have to remove the nails, as I said. So, and then you can cure the product completely, and then you can do anything about it. And then next layer or layers or whatever, you do the same. You put it on the lamp, wait for 5-10 seconds, touch again, and see how it cured through, and then pinch. The thing is that you have already a layer of product, and when you apply next layer of product in the lamp, they cure better. They cure. Everybody's saying hello. Sweet. The product, the top product, cures better to the lower product. So when you pinch that, they get together and they don't separate, usually, if you do everything correct. So now I've got the question: why does the like I pinched and then it lifted? So there was a different product and there was a different discussion, and I got involved. And I mean, I thought it's for every product the same. So you cannot pinch the product after it already cured completely. I never heard about it. Like, as much as I studied in my life, I never heard about product curing after it's cured completely. Pinching. There's only one way to change that, and that was a trick from, I think it was Amy Ellie Baker, Amy Becker, I think that way. I confused by those two women. Anyways, Amy from Amy Masterworks. She taught the trick for the competition where she took the heat gun and warmed it up. The Russian girls just take the fire lighter, but seriously, fire starter. Seriously, would you do that? I wouldn't. Now my hair gets in my way, as always. So I put my glasses back on. Here you go. That's, gosh, sorry. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I already went through 100 applications because I am hiring someone. So that's pretty much everything. Do you have more questions about zажигалка? Yes, zажигалка, exactly. Do you have any more questions about pinching? Like, was it clear? So if you have beautiful nail and if you applied the form correct, and if your form doesn't open in the lamp like magnetic headache forms, like these ones, they don't open at all. The glue is so strong that they glue to the finger and never come off. Those don't open in the lamp, so you technically don't really need to pinch. I still pinch because I'm crazy about it. I'm like a crazy Russian pincher, right? But if you are working in a regular salon and apply the form correct, and the product sits straight, you don't really need to pinch. But if you pinch, and I always recommend to pinch, and I always pinched in my salon, like always doing a new nail, I'm always pinching. I very recommend you to do it that way, as I said. And if you have more questions about it, I'm teaching more pinching. Oh, there's my microphone here. I'm teaching more pinching in my marathon. So my marathon starts anytime. You can start basically anytime. All of the lessons are recorded. You get once a week a lesson for nail structure, and I had over 100 people finishing it so far, or still in it, and it's amazing. Next week we're also starting one-stroke class with Katerina Gonchar, and this is the one-time life opportunity for you guys to learn from Katerina online, because she is so busy with live classes around the Europe that she never teaches online, because there's no need for that for her, because she's busy. So, and right now, because of quarantine, she does that for me, and I really recommend you to take that class, because it's going to be amazing. Okay. Next thing is prices after the quarantine. Oh, cool. 15 minutes for one topic, 15 minutes for another topic, and then you can go for your day. Prices after the quarantine. When we're setting up the prices in general in my business lessons for my students, for my basic students and advanced students, I'm always teaching how to calculate the prices. First of all, you have to count how much does the room cost for you. Electricity, water, internet, your salon insurance, your business insurance, your whatever. Just to have that room, if you're not even working there, but including the insurance, how much money do you need per month? Then you multiply that amount of money. I probably should write it down, right? That would be weird though. So let's see. Month times 13 divided by 3. Now you will ask me, what does that double point mean? No, no. Wrong way. Divided by 13 times 3. One more time. So month dollars times 3 divided by 13. Now, can Instagram see me, or is it opposite? I hope it's right. If not, you just have to understand. So the monthly costs, you multiply by 3 and divide by 13. What does it mean? It means that in 3 months there are exactly 13 weeks. So you can, with this, you know exactly how much. It's backwards, but that's okay. Oh, well, in Instagram it should be correct. In YouTube, I mean. In Instagram it's wrong, but you get, right? Months times 3 divided by 13. So this way you get how much does your room cost you per week. Then you take your week and divide it by 4. Why 4? Because I am sure that nail technicians have to work, self-employed nail technicians have to work 4 days a week. So 1 day a week you have for your bookkeeping, your classes you're taking, your appointments you need to take, your doctors or whatever, like school stuff for the kids, whatever. I think that we can work 4 days a week, 8 hours a week, 8 hours a day. If you don't agree with me, count. Like, take your paper and count. So then we have per week and divided by 4 days and divided by 8 hours. Then you know how much your room costs you per hour. Okay, so again, monthly costs times 3 divided by 13, you get your week. Your week you divide by the amount of days you're working. If you're working 4 days, 5 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, I don't know how many, and then divide by amount of hours. Okay, let me put here days. Oops, no. I was thinking opposite. Days, hours. So the week you divide by days and divide by hours. You know then how much does the room cost you per hour, and how much money do you have to make per hour of work in that room to make it worth to have that room. When I was renting a salon, I knew exactly that my salon costed me about, I had to make $150 a day, I think, to just have that, working there 4 days a week when I was working alone. So I had to make $150 a day just to sustain that salon. And I don't even calculate all the other costs, the staff, the anything. Oh, don't forget your booking software and everything you're paying per month for to have your business. So this is the amount of money you need to get per hour. And if that amount of gets, like, let's say $15 and or $20 or $30, like the lower the better, of course. But now you have that age number. Plus, take your minimum wage per hour. Your minimum wage per hour should be, depending on your province, state, country, however, let's say in BC it is at roughly $15 Canadian dollars. Whatever your currency is, it doesn't matter. So take that amount, age, what you got, plus your minimum wage. Is that what you have to make per hour just to survive? I'm not talking about vacations and taking Nadja's classes. I'm talking about just to survive. If you don't make that amount money per hour, then you can't take my classes. I understand that. So you have to raise your prices and shorten your work time. Because how much time do you need for one client? For example, I was working in my salon and I knew that for my client to do a fill or a set, I needed an hour 10, so I never charged less than $55 an hour or $50 an hour for my services. I knew that I get my $15 for myself. I get my price, my products covered, and there's still a little. I get my room price, and I still have a little bit of money left. And here I didn't even calculate your vacation. Remember, you have vacation. You want to go for 2 weeks to Mexico, Spain, Europe. I don't know where you go. So you have to add that too. And there are a certain amount of money that every hour you have to make in order to take that vacation. And that's all, everything I'm teaching in my business classes. They will be offered probably in fall. But today, for you just now, just to sustain without support, governmental support, you need to calculate those prices. Michelle is asking, what about home salons? The same thing. In my home, I have a house. In my house, my salon takes about how did we calculate that? 1/6 of my house. Per month, my house costs about $3,000. It's my mortgage, my insurance, my property tax, down payment for the the payments for the down payment, like the whatever. Telephone, internet is not included because telephone and internet I pay over my other company. That takes another part of my house, but it's another story. So this little salon, I need to make how much did I calculate it? Where's my phone is there. Let me check. I'll take iPad. So calculator. Do you know that I was studying mathematics as a teacher for high school? So I can technically teach you anything. Oh my God. Google. Okay, so we have 3,000 Canadian dollars times. Oh my God, this is confusing. I don't have calculator here. How comes? Why don't I have a calculator in my iPad? Does anybody know? I thought there should be a calculator. But there's none. Okay, let's see Google. Calculator. People help. Here you go. Okay, I have 3,000 times 13 divided by 3. I have no. Oh my God. This is a complicated calculator. One more time. 3,000 times 13 divided. No, times 3 divided by 13. Oh, okay. Times 3 months divided by 13 weeks. We have $692 per week. What my salon costs me. No, my whole house costs me. And then I divide it by 6 because I take the 6th part of my house. From 6 rooms, I'm using 1. So I have $115 a month that my salon costs me. So just to have this little room here, that's how much it costs me. I don't calculate my insurance because I don't have an insurance because I don't take clients here. So, I love it looks different from your phone. What looks different from my phone? I don't know. Anyways, so now I have here 115. Is that what it costs? And if I would would work here in my house 4 days a week divided by 4, I would have $28 a day that my salon costs me. Okay? And then divided by 8 hours if you work, or 7 hours if you're working 7 hours. I don't know how many hours you work in your thing. So my salon would cost me 4 days a week working here for $4. So every hour I'm working here, I have to give away $4. If my client doesn't show, I have to pay $4. If my client cancels and I don't get um, my if the client cancels and I don't get that hour covered, then I have to pay $4. So if I made $4 last hour for myself, I have to give them away. And that has to be all calculated. All these little things have to be calculated. And I'm talking about that in my business classes. But for now, what I'm talking right now is you have to take just the basic is basic. You take that, you take your minimum wage, and you add $10 per hour for products you're using. That's how much money you need to make per hour to sustain. Does it make sense? You're okay. So people, does it make sense? Please tell me. Or are you all calculating right now and trying to figure out if that works for you? Yes, perfect. Thank you, Rebecca. So I hope that will help you to figure out if you can survive after the quarantine. And remember how many clients are coming right now to you. So probably you need even to cover 2 hours of rent of the salon cost in your 1 hour of work, because you probably get just a half time work. By the way, I've got my nails done again. Yoo-hoo! Jana did them for me. House has a lot of room. Yes, I have Airbnb in here. I have some more, like my whole magnetic business is in here. I have office upstairs, so I have like a lot of, that's why I bought this house for this reason, so I have enough room for my business. So I just have to kind of go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, about 14 steps to my workplace, but my office is right in my kitchen, like beside my kitchen. Oh, your house has a lot of rooms. Then you can calculate the area. For example, the washroom, like the way. How do you do your taxes? When you do your own taxes, you have to say how much room does your business take from your home. So if you're paying mortgage, if you're paying interest on mortgage, if you pay all these costs, you can write them off if you're self-employed, if you're working officially, right? How would you know how much would cost you if you have an expensive equipment like pedicure chair, for example? That what I said on the end, plus $10 for your supplies. Technically, you take your pedicure chair price and you say, okay, this pedicure chair has to stay. I think equipment like furniture goes 4 or 5 years. So like massage beds, tables, chairs, they usually go about 5 years. E-files, table vents, and lamps, they go for a year. So you divide the cost of that product per year, and either per treatment or per treatment or per hour. Oh my God. So for example, the lamp works 30,000 hours. Right now the lamps are good priced, so you can have like the lamp like this, like Magnetic has those lamps. It's like not cheaper, but it's a better priced product, and it has a warranty for a year. So after a year, if it breaks, you just throw it away because it doesn't make any sense. The good old magnetic e-files, the kickoff, after like 4 or 5 years, I had to send them in for a repair because there's a button, because when you switch too fast from right to left, it stops working. And then that lamp, like I had an e-file from Magnetic for 8 years, But if you now I have another one, but I don't work much, right? So I have this one that costs 1,000 Canadian dollars, this file, and it's an amazing file, and I have it since years, and I use it for a lot of shows because I travel it as like the portable file. But if I would work it in a salon, I would say, okay, I have to take this file and spread it for probably 2 years. But usually we say technical equipment that has warranty, you count for a year, and everything else gets like is your present. Because if you can hold something like this longer than a year, then it's good for you, then you have it for free. Then you divide it by weeks, so 52 weeks in a year, and then divided by day or hour, how you think. So if you're doing all day nails, for example, then you count it per hour. If you do nails and waxing, for example, then you have your massage bed that is not always busy, so you have to do it per day. Like how much does that bed cost you per day? And that goes in your salon cost, like added to your salon cost per day. So that is the price, that is the money that you have also to save for yourself to buy a new one once you need a new one, right? Plus you need to save money for the classes. So all these little things go on top of it. What I'm talking about is the quarantine. When you come out of the quarantine, how much time do you need to clean up between the clients? You have to add it to the service and to the price that you need to earn per hour. So you have to raise your prices for that 10 minutes extra for the percentage from your hour that you charge the client. You don't have to pay for that, your clients have to. Does it make sense? Did I answer your question a little bit? The accountant, and he claims a portion of my phone. Yeah, so the phone is the portion of the phone. Exactly. I've had bookkeepers say I can't claim my phone if it's not just for clients and no gas for buying products if waiting a certain miles. Change bookkeepers. Partially, you can say, okay, I'm using my car 10% a year for my business, or I use this and that so and so much. You don't have to claim everything. So my phone, I claim for my business because I have an LTD, so that's bought from the business. It goes through the business. I probably use it like 5% private. As you know, I wake up at 5:30, start to give my feedback for my marathon clients, and before I go to bed at like 11:30, I'm still giving my feedback for my marathon students. I mean, so you know, I'm working 24/7, so my phone is always attached to me. Like pretty much always, when you contact me, I'm on my phone. Yes, it's a square footage. Charge for my home business. Perfect. I could have said when he does my taxes, he claims a percentage of my phone on my business. That's right. So you're calculating the 6 rooms that you're using for your business, or the 6 rooms, the number of rooms in your home. Michelle, when I'm doing my taxes in Canada, my personal income taxes, it's asking me how much space of my room am I using for my business, because I am the owner of the business and I get the dividends from my business, the investor dividends. I don't get payroll, and that's why. And my home is in my business is in my home, and that's why I have the big portion of my income through those dividends. I can use the portion, the business costs. It's complicated, but it's asking how many rooms do you have in your house, and I say 6 because I have 3 upstairs, 3 downstairs. How many of those rooms do you use for your business? Like 2. Okay, so 2 rooms of my house I'm using for this and this business, and then 1 room I'm using for Airbnb. So the income taxes, I can partially, like 6th of the house costs, 6th of this costs, and 6th of that I can divide between those rooms. Give us the figures and we can calculate for you. I can calculate for you myself. Thank you, Paula. Yeah, the costs of the house and business are insane, I have to say. What did I want to say about equipment? I said I wanted to say something else. Um, oh yes, right. Before we so the bedrooms. In my program, it counts the bedrooms. Yes, but you can also do the square footage. I think like different programs, different provinces, different states do different things. Okay. Last thing I want to give you before I'm going to my dance class. When you have when you go to vacation, let's say Mexico, or if you're in Europe, let's say Mallorca, Spain, whatever. When you're looking for a hotel, how many stars do you start with? Do you say, oh, I'll check two stars? Or you're like, no, I'm going to vacation. It's a luxury thing, so I'll start with 4 stars. That would be cool. Like Mexico, 4 stars would be good. Like, yeah. So tell me, how many stars are you looking for? I will wait a couple more minutes and then I will continue. So you are not a rich person. I know that. If you would be rich, I would know that. So you are hardworking woman. I have mostly women here, I think. If not, then also hardworking man. And you go to a vacation, and then you think, you know what? It's a luxus. I want to enjoy that. So, okay, thank you. I'm starting to get 3 for 2. So from 5 stars, 3 to 4. Right? 3, 4, 3 and above. So you never go to the 2 stars hotels. You never go to motels. Well, you go to motels under circumstances, but I'm talking about luxury vacation. So you are not rich people, but you are picking the highest segment. Right? So 3 plus. Yes, it makes sense. Minimum wage plus $10. Sensible. Yes. Okay. So we're talking about hotels. So these hotels, they're not saying, oh my God, these poor people, they can't pay that, so I will be just a 2-star hotel so they can pay that. They never say, oh, you know what, I better take those people so I will be worse. No, you want to be better. You don't want to be 2 stars hotel. Why? You, as a good nail technician, if you are watching me, you're most likely taking my classes or taking somebody else's classes, and you want to be better and better and better, and you grow over yourself and become better and better. So you go here from here, you go there. Why do you think you cannot go there? Because your clients will not be able to book you. All of you who answered the question said right now 3 to 4 stars. So you are going to the high segment price. So your clients will. If you offer that what you offer, if you offer 3, 4 star service, your clients will come for 3, 4 star service. And it's not only about the quality of the nails, of course, it's about the environment. It can be home salon somewhere, tiny little thing, but very cozy. And not now, but later they will get a cup of coffee and they get a cup of pleasure, I don't know, whatever. Like, you give them a little towel to wash their hands, a little brush to brush their nails, a little bit, like, make it a little bit more like a 3, 4 stars hotel, and then they will pay for that. And if you say, hey guys, sorry, we have to do this and this and this, it's a requirement from government, I have to raise my prices $10 more because I have to take now 10 extra minutes from cleaning. I already cleaned for 5 before, but now I have to clean more because they want us to have more sterilization. If you did perfect cleaning before, then you probably don't even have to add those 15 minutes. But if you didn't, well, see what you can do about it. See how you can make your hotel from 2, 3 stars to 4, 5 stars, so your clients will also pay that price. And it's not only the quality of your work and service, it's the quality of your everything, right? Does it make sense? So much to perfect explanation. Well, I hope I could reach to your heart. Because when I heard that explanation, I'm like, oh my God, it's so true. When I go to something, I want to feel freaking good. I want to pay the best, like the highest price for that. When I went to a facial, you know what? I want to get the most expensive facial just to feel good. Women feel good when they spend money. Make those women feel good. Make them feel good so they spend money, and feel yourself good for earning money. Like feel good that you can actually calculate your price per hour plus your extras, and then those extra couple dollars per hour that you calculate in your price on that day extra, or you can take an online class by whoever. It can be me, it can be any other good educator, good valued educator. I don't say that you have to take education from one person, you have to take education from many people. So the more you take, the more you learn, the more you can open your mind and figure out your way that works for you. There's not only one way. Like sometimes I'm saying my way or highway, but no, there are many ways to do beautiful nails, to offer good services, to do everything perfectly. And so please do that. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. It will help me to raise the popularity, let's say. So I'm honest, I need more subscribers. I need 1,000, almost there. And I will see you soon, next week again. And please send me your questions. Send me them anywhere you see me. You can post them under the YouTube video. You can send them me on Instagram. You can send me anywhere. Send me your questions, asking anything that I can tell you in my Nadja's Nail Talk. I will try to hold it to the half an hour. Now it's 43 minutes. I have to finish. And also share it. Please share. Help me. Share it. What else? Did I forget anything else? I don't know. Thank you, people. Thank you. NadjaBeauty.com. You find me anywhere, and I will be there for you. Oh yeah, tell me what times are the best. So Thursday morning or other days or times. What is the best time for you to watch me? So I can do every week different times, so everybody can get the chance to watch me live, actually live. And I will do my best to prepare myself for every, like I'm preparing myself for every lesson. So every question you ask, I'm working on it. I'm making my research, I do my notes, and then I'm coming out for you. Next thing will be probably how to pick a brand. Well, it's a tricky tema for me because I'm sold for one brand, but we'll talk about it. Wednesday mornings. Now Wednesday morning sounds good to me too. Morning like this, like 9 a.m. PST. Anytime right now. Oh, some people are still closed, right? Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I say goodbye for now. Sign up for my classes, sign up for my webinars on Instagram and on YouTube, on my YouTube, and subscribe to my channel Nadja Beauty on YouTube. No, Instagram Nadja Beauty and Magnetic Shop. So I have two of them and working on both of them, and we'll divide them. One for the business, one for myself. Business, myself. Okay. Okay, so I have to close this and I have to close that. So I have to